Hi, Jackie. Hi. You're on mute.
Got it.
You too, huh?
Yes.
I just went and got a whole bunch of books to make mine stand up.
Yeah, I have a top shelf, so I just moved it up there.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thanks.
It just went out, but it just came back on, so hopefully it'll stay.
Yeah. We'll wing it if it doesn't. Don't fret. Don't fret. I will welcome everyone, and then I'm going to introduce you first.
Okay.
You'll be ready. I'm not going to let it quite yet. I'm looking for, there we are, Erin from the chamber. It's nice to have two people. Oh, it's Clark. Hi, Clark. I thought you were going to be Erin. Nice to see you. Clark, do you know Jackie Dula from Capstone? Clark, you're on. Unmute yourself.
That's my second time today doing that.
Jackie did it too, so don't feel bad.
But don't you feel like, I feel like my mom every time I do it a certain extent.
Right. Clark, the lighting in your office is good.
It is good.
I look really yellow though, don't I?
Yeah, but it's good. I have the halo.
Well, I've got more shine up top than you two.
You have a little more shine than we do. All right. I just let Erin in. I don't see her though.
Hey, Amy, thoroughly enjoyed Before Hours yesterday.
Super fun, right? I got a compliment yesterday, so much so that said, those breakout rooms are so much fun, I'm stealing them for my meetings. People love them.
Has it been to one yet? I'll have to get to one of those.
You will. It forces you to talk to people that you wouldn't ever talk to.
Well, and it gets you out of these, like today when we have 50, 40 people on the line, it's hard to be as engaging and sort of interpersonal. So it allows you to break down into like 4 to 6 person groups to have small group conversations and bring it back to the big group. So it's just a lot more personal than, you know, webinar type feel.
I'm going to give credit where credit is due. That's all Erin. It was her great doings. She's the one that said, why don't you ask a question? Because Jackie, I give them a prompt question to start talking about. And I also give them opportunity, if it goes off the rails and you start talking about your whatever, the trees outside your window, that's fine. It's just something to get to start talking about. And it really does, yeah, it's kind of fun. If we have time at the end of this, we may pull 1 or 2 rooms out, so hang tight.
Hey, while we're on that subject, Erin, I might like to lean on your help to do some of the, you know how you do use the polling function? I'd like to do, I'm going to do some of the breakout groups at the next Economic Development Board meeting. I think I might like to do the polls in between as well. That's really cool.
That'd be good. It keeps the mojo moving.
Yeah.
And Erin's really good. It's also good, Clark, to have someone else doing that because she's talking as you're trying to make sure everybody's everywhere. And it's really nice to have a wingman woman. Okay, I'm going to let everyone in. There are 26. We have 43 registered.
Do you also want to make me the host to do breakouts later?
Yep, I'm going to do it right now. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Lovely and talented Amy Jackson.
Again, hold on. Erin, tell me where that is again, please. I'm still learning how to do this, y'all. Hang tight.
Click participants.
I was.
It doesn't find my name beside and then the more button.
All right, click. It's not giving me the option this time. What if I click on you and hit more? Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to make you host. That's how you pass the buck, y'all. You just click on it and you make Erin the host and then you're done. It's really easy like that. It is 3:34. I'm going to be, I will be respectful of your time. Thank you all so much for being here at orientation. There are about 32 of us on, which is a great crowd. I see some new faces. I see some faces that I haven't seen in a while. I see some old faces. Robert Sponder and I go way back to Grove Park Inn. Nice to see you again. Want to first introduce our presenting sponsor. We have a partnership, a new partnership this year, our 2021 year with Capstone Health Alliance, and I'm going to let Jackie Dula speak to that. Thank you so much, Jackie.
Hi, thank you, Amy. My name is Jackie Dula. I'm the Chief Customer Officer with Capstone Health Alliance. We are a regional group purchasing organization out of Fletcher. Actually, we just moved from Asheville to Fletcher not too long ago. And we have about 300 hospitals, about 18,000 non-acute healthcare members, physician offices, surgery centers, things like that, as well as business and industry members that can purchase from our portfolio of over 800 contracts. So if you get significant savings by going through our organization, there is no cost for business and industry to join Capstone. It's a simple application process. Through that, if you become a member of Capstone, you have access to our Staples agreement, which is something we're highlighting with the Chamber. We are the exclusive office supplies supplier for the Chamber, and our Staples contract is really can't be beaten. So if you have interest in any of that, I know Amy's put some information somewhere in this in this platform, or if you have any questions or have interest in becoming a member, please feel free to reach out to me. Our website's capstonehealthalliance.com. Just send us a message and we'll get you connected. So
Great.
Thanks again. We're excited for the partnership.
Yeah, so are we. Thanks, Jackie. You all need to know that this was emailed to you prior. Yes. Shake your head. Yes, if you got an email with some flyers attached. Yes. Okay, good. There's one from Capstone, one from 3 other of our members, Insurance Service of Asheville, Christy Schrum, Prime Lending from Charlotte Fitzpatrick, and from Show Off Logos and Tracy Perkins. Miranda Peterson, yes, this is going to be recorded. Absolutely. You'll be able to look back. This for all of you. It's going to be recorded. So we'll also go over a couple of things I'm going to show you. You got a flyer from us, 2 flyers actually, a member engagement guide and just a one-sheeter that says Together We're More. We'll go over those as we go through the presentation. So now I'm going to turn it over to our President and CEO, Kit Kramer, the President and CEO of the #1 chamber in the country.
I never, ever tire of hearing that, Amy. Thanks.
#1 in the country.
I just love it. You can just say it. Thank you. You can send me to sleep at night by reciting that over and over again.
Yeah, now you're pushing it.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. I too want to add my thanks to all of our sponsors, and I'm going to take you through just a general overview real quickly here. Thriving businesses are an essential part of a thriving community. We've seen that over our 120-year history. The Chamber is a group of 1,700 businesses representing over 80,000 employees. In fact, we're the 3rd largest chamber in the state. And as Amy has now said a couple of times, we're award winners. You can see that we've won both the Chamber of the Year in North Carolina as well as around the country. And we're very proud of that fact.
Notice the white knuckles on Kit holding on to that thing.
We call it the precious.
No.
You can come by the office when we're reopened and make sure you see it.
The precious.
The precious. Remember Lord of
Yes.
the Rings, the precious, the ring.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, good. You'll see us in a variety of forms too. We've got a family of brands. So you may see you'll see the Chamber logo, you'll see the Economic Development Coalition logo, you'll see the Asheville shop, which is at our visitor center. You'll see Young Professionals of Asheville and Venture Asheville and Riverbird Research. They're all affiliated with the Asheville Chamber. Our members care about the Asheville-Buncombe region. We've joined together to build our community's future through business. That is our mission. As the collective business community, we work to develop the bigger picture of how to best improve quality of life in Asheville and Buncombe County. We've combined our voices and we are more impactful that way. We're more impactful than any one business or special interest or industry. We join together to move our community forward. So I want you to think, when you see the letter C, I want you to think about the chamber, and not just because my last name starts with a C, but at one time I was introduced as Kit Chamber, which they made fun of during the annual meeting this year, which is pretty good. But the chamber serves as the catalyst for economic vitality through pragmatic public policy, strategic economic development, and support of local businesses through education and resources and connections. We also serve as a convener and a cultivator of leaders and influencers who represent business and the community's best interests. And we are the champion for a balanced, thriving economy. Another couple of C's that I want to make you aware of, I'm sure you're well aware of, coronavirus and COVID-19. And this year has really been a challenge for everybody, and it's certainly challenged us as well. We wanted to make sure that we serve in all three roles, the other C roles, and by providing the best information we could about the coronavirus and about how you can adapt as business people. We were very involved with the One Bunkum Fund, which was created to help fund grants for individuals who lost their jobs through no fault of their own, or loans that would be provided to tie them over until state government and federal government could join in. We were highly successful with that. We raised it's over $1.3 million. We had a goal of 1.375. We are within $5,000 of meeting that goal. And that has been just a wonderful way for this community and for people who have been more fortunate than some who have immediately lost their jobs or had to have their businesses closed, for us to be able to give back and help them through this particular time. And I encourage you to go back and look at that coronavirus page, because it's got all kinds of resources, and please share those resources with others. There are printables there that you can use within your business. There are reminders about the cleanliness standards so that we all stay safe and we can get out of phase 2 into phase 3 when the time is appropriate and when it's safe to do so. So I'd ask you to go back and look at those things and ask people who are utilizing your business to be responsible, to wear their masks, make sure you're providing everything they need to sanitize their hands and to remain socially distant, and so that we can all get back to some semblance of normal at some point in the near future. And now I want to turn it over to Clark Duncan. He's another C, Clark, who is in charge of our economic development area. Thanks.
Thanks, Kit. And Kit, you are being humble. I will brag on you a moment. In the early days of the pandemic, when all of us were working 24 hours, responding to fast-changing times, you were voluntold to to chair the board of One Bunkum, and so thanks for all your leadership. I, for one, really took, when we were all looking for bright spots in a very troubled year, I took really great confidence in the success of that philanthropic effort. And I think it also points to the necessity for public-private partnerships, particularly when the chips are down. So I want to tell you a little bit about the Economic Development Coalition that is housed at the Asheville Area Chamber. For over 25 years now, the Chamber has been the lead organization for economic development in Buncombe County. And the EDC, or Economic Development Coalition, is a public-private partnership of the Chamber, Buncombe County, and the city of Asheville, and over 80 private investors in what we call the AVL 5x5 plan. And that's our strategic plan to advance 5 goals for economic development over a 5-year cycle. We think it's incredibly important that the EDC lives at the Chamber. because each of you join a chamber, not just to grow your own business, but as a commitment to growing this community that we love and making it a better place to live. So a growing and thriving economy is good not only for our own individual enterprises, but for our families and our neighborhoods and our schools. Next slide, Darren. So a little bit of our program of work. Think of it as 4 legs of the stool in economic development. The recruitment there is honestly what most people think of when they think of economic development, because that's what WLOS and the Citizen Times pay the most attention to, right? Like those are the headline grabbers when we recruit a new employer to our region. And we do think recruiting complementary business to this part of Western North Carolina is an incredibly important part of our strategy. But it begins with growing your own, and that's the work of Venture Asheville, which is a program that seeks to support, mentor, and fund our startup community here in Asheville with one very clear objective, which is growing the next generation of headquartered businesses here in Asheville, North Carolina. And shout out to Jason Moore, who's on the call today, who's one of our alums of the Venture Asheville program, and today sits on the board of the Asheville Chamber. It's great to have you, Jason. The third leg there is retention and expansion, and that's working very closely with the over 315 manufacturing employers that work in Buncombe County today. We have dedicated staff that know those manufacturers, that walk those floors, that respond to their workforce development needs, and help them seize expansion and growth opportunities when they present themselves. In the fourth leg, I'm really incredibly proud to share with you, the Asheville Chamber has been home for well over 20 years to a full-time research department. We have named it Riverbird Research. And Riverbird Research informs not only our own strategies, but workforce analysis for our region, demographic studies for our region, and then highly customized economic impact analyses performed for our members, for paying customers as a way of helping us generate additional revenues here at the Chamber that fund the work and the mission of the Asheville Chamber. Next slide, Aaron. This is really why we do what we do, y'all. This is the economic multiplier you hear people talk about. Why job creation is the lifeblood of a community is because when each of you in your individual enterprises create one job, you're creating essentially 1.2 additional jobs in our community through indirect and induced impacts. You're hiring more catering. You're sending more employees to the dental practice that needs to hire a new dental assistant. You are spending more discretionary dollars at local retail. So that economic multiplier is incredibly important to what we think each of you all contribute on a daily basis to our economy. And this is a study that Heidi Reiber, our research director, performed for us, I think going on about 3 years ago. Next slide. So we'll pass that off. I will share one last piece of news before we do, which is just a note on workforce development. In good times and in bad, we always have to be thinking about, as a chamber community, investing in our future workforce. And we were just awarded a grant of the North Carolina Golden Leaf Foundation on July the 1st that's funding what we're calling an inclusive hiring program, where the Chamber has partnered with the Asheville Housing Authority, the Spark Foundation, and the Community Action Opportunities to help lift local residents from generational poverty, or who are, for example, looking at reentry from social justice involvement into sufficient employment in the economy of our region. Really excited to undertake that work with our partners and look forward to reporting back to you on our success. Kit?
Actually, I think it's back to Amy.
Actually, it's straight to Corey.
There we go. Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. Very efficient here on this Zoom call. Afternoon, everyone. My name's Corey Atkins. I'm the VP of Public Policy for the Asheville Chamber. So I am your Vice President of Public Policy as well as General Counsel to the board. But what you'll see me in most of my roles, what we'll talk about here today is as a member. So thank you to all you folks who are new members, and thank you to our returning members who are here to learn more about what we're doing. So I really appreciate y'all being here. If we can go to the first slide, you know, what I do on a day-to-day basis and what my job typically entails, because VP of Public Policy sounds kind of, you know, it's a heady thing. Like, what does that mean? What is it? You know, what is public policy? And really, my day-to-day job and what I do for you is broken down into 3 categories. The first of which is probably the scariest word. If you watch many political ads or you hear the news a lot, you hear the word lobbyist, and you can show a hand if you're on screen, but who thinks that's a bad word? Who thinks of that with a negative connotation? I know I certainly do when I look at those ads. Sometimes you think about backroom dealings and you know, the old Tammany Hall with the, you know, sitting in the back room exchanging favors and bribes for good legislation, right? Well, really, all of us are lobbyists. If you've ever sent a letter to your city council member, if you've ever spoken at a county commission meeting, if you've ever talked to your legislator locally or at the federal level about anything that you care about in your business and for your community, you're really lobbying when you're doing that. The difference is I'm an official lobbyist. I'm registered for us here at the Chamber, and I spend a good amount of time talking to legislators in Raleigh about things that we care about in this community to really help your businesses thrive, but also help our families prosper and grow here in the great Western North Carolina area. The other thing I am is I'm the staff lead for the Advocacy and Policy Committee. So the Advocacy and Policy Committee is made up of a group of volunteers amongst our members across a diverse background of geography as well as industry in the area. And we come together a few times a year to do educational series, but we also, the main job of that committee is to formulate the legislative priorities for the year. I can share those with you when I'm done speaking here. I'll send you a link to them if you don't have them in front of you, but the legislative priorities sort of act as our guide star to what things do we care about. And most people traditionally think of chambers as, you know, business focused, profit centered, care about low taxes, right? But really the things that are on that list are very diverse and very wide array of things that we think benefit the community as a whole, from environment to healthcare to education and teacher pay, infrastructure and transportation needs. So really I spend, you know, that committee is very thoughtful and very thorough in how we put together that list, and it eventually gets approved and reviewed by the board as well. Connecting with members, with local elected officials, I think we have some slides that show some pictures from that, maybe Aaron. This is traditionally the way we've done things. This is the legislative luncheon. We usually do it at the Grove Park. And you'll see here we invite our legislators to come up and speak. They'll sit amongst the folks. Maybe some of you have been to this before. But it's usually a really nice meal. We offer a chance for them to come up and speak, and then we do moderated questions from the audience, and it gives you a chance to ask them directly about things and also network with them at that event. So we do that at the beginning of the legislative session, so we kind of get a preview for what's to come to help keep you informed. This past year, obviously, with COVID-19, we turned that into a virtual event that was really successful. You can see a picture of it here. Ignore my terrible COVID beard and mustache that I had going on back in April. But we turned it to a virtual event to try to provide to you the same content and value that you get out of that event, but obviously having to do it in a totally different way. And you'll see here that event was well attended, and it was really a chance to ask them directly about our legislative agenda, which we had altered as a committee to suit the recovery efforts from COVID-19 and really focus more on sort of the dire needs of the immediate future, more so than the idealistic things that we typically try to go for in a legislative session. In addition, we take some trips. Typically, we've canceled those for the foreseeable for this coming fiscal year. Fingers crossed we may be able to do something in the spring or next summer, but we'll see. But we go every year, we do an inner city visit where we tour another city, learn from their elected officials, their business community, their developers about things that we might be able to bring back here to Asheville and Western North Carolina and learn some lessons from. Some immediate past examples, or Portland, Maine. We've been to Nashville, Tennessee, Savannah, Georgia, even Greenville, South Carolina. So try to pick a city that's somewhat comparable in size, maybe some comparable industry, and take a group of leaders there and learn from them. In addition, every year we take a trip to Raleigh and do sort of a drive-in with a lot of local chambers. We take about 8 other chambers in the region with us, and you can come with us on an overnight visit. We have a reception in Raleigh, meet with some of the leadership, House and Senate, and the governor down there, as well as departmental heads to talk about things that are going on in Raleigh. So that's sort of how we connect you directly with the elected officials and bring them to you so that you're not having to seek them out during your busy work schedules and your busy family and home life, and really try to set those things up to really help you be successful and get access to things that you might not normally have access to without being a member and being part of what we do. If we go to the next slide, please, Aaron. In addition, as Kit said, we're trying to be resilient during this time. We've done a multitude of town halls, most of which were industry specific in regards to reopening and phasing, what each governor's order had meant at the time. Again, I would encourage you to go to that same website. There's still a plethora of information there informing you about PPP loans and small business ventures, the Main Street Lending Program, Golden Leaf grants, whatever the state has done. I did an entire breakdown of the CARES Act that's available on that website. So it's really detailed. Aaron's done a great job compiling all that information. I encourage you to check that out. Check out the legislative priorities. If you ever want to talk to me or you have a concern about your specific industry, I'm only one person, so I can't track every single thing that's happening. So don't ever just assume that I know, because I probably don't. So if there's something in your specific industry that you have a concern about, definitely email me or call me. Probably not a good idea to drop by the office right now, but definitely email me or call me at any time, and I'm happy to hear your concern and see if there's something we can do to advocate for you as a member. So with that, I believe I'm going to pass the baton. Yep. Back to you, Amy. Thanks,
Yes.
guys.
Yes, thank you, Corey. Thank you, Clark. Thank you, Kit. That was awesome. So now I'll go over things that are more aligned in the membership department, visitor center, some Asheville shop information. Aaron, if you'd go to the next slide, that'd be great. So as a member, you get more visibility. There are so many ways there, as Corey said, there are a plethora of ways that we do things. The main one, for the first thing you do when you become a member, is put your brochure in the visitor center. If you don't have a brochure yet, I suggest that you come in. The visitor center is open at this time. You can come in, look at the other brochures, get some ideas, see what stands out to you. If you need help with a printer or a web design or a design person, we can help you with that as well. But know that your brochure is welcome in the visitor center, where we welcome over 200,000 visitors each year. They come from all over the world, literally. We have volunteers behind the visitor center desk that speak several languages, and we get to put them to use often. So it's really nice to have your information there for our visitors and for our locals as well. When you have guests come in, you might want to bring them to the visitor center to look at all the things that you may not have thought about, or things you can do, or places you can shop, or tours you can take. You're also included on our website. We have an online directory as well as featured memberships. I'll talk about sponsorships in a little bit, but the featured membership is a boost to your online directory listing. If you go on our website, ashevillechamber.org, go in as your customer looking for a bakery. Type in bakery and see what happens. Make sure your own business pops up. Make sure it looks like you want it to. If it doesn't, please get in touch with us. We'll be glad to help you fix that. We have events that market your business, Mega Networking, Asheville Restaurant Week. If you know of an event that we host or that we sponsor or that we produce, you are more than welcome to sponsor that event. We try to talk to you. I'll talk about our Total Resource Campaign. We will talk to you about what fits your market best, what fits your customer base best, so that we make sure we get you in the right niche of marketing towards your direct customer. And then celebrating member accomplishments. We do ribbon cuttings all the time. Sometimes we have 2 and 3 ribbon cuttings a week for new businesses that have opened, for new businesses that are chamber memberships, for anniversaries, for grand reopenings, for anything you can think of. We gladly will host a ribbon cutting. We give away awards as well. So remember, those are things for you to participate in as well. You'll go to the next slide, Erin. Thank you. The Total Resource Campaign. We have a group of about 24 volunteers. You can see that they don't have any fun in that photo. They are business people in the community that help us. They volunteer. It's basically almost a part-time job from January to April each year. They come to your businesses. They will call on you. If you're interested and you know you want to sponsor something, you're welcome to call on us. But we send these volunteers out to discuss what your needs and wants are and match what we have, which event, like I was saying, which event matches your customer base the best. We want to make sure that you're in front of the right people at the right time with your sponsorship dollars. The sponsorship gives you marketing exposure, and it also supports our programs. So the Total Resource Campaign brings in money that supports our programs as well as some of our operating budget. Over 300 businesses a year do event sponsorships. You can see the photo of the golf tournament there. That's always a fun, light event. And at these events, if you haven't sponsored anything before, it's such a great way to connect and network and not necessarily talk about business right then and there, but it gives you the opportunity to meet people so that when you do need to do business or you do want to do business, you've already had a connection with them in more of a social, warm introduction. We also put our chamber convener out. It's our e-newsletter. You see sent to over 7,200 local subscribers. Anyone can subscribe to this newsletter. On our website, scroll to the bottom, put your email address in. Anyone can. Everyone in your business should be listed on a e-newsletter so that everyone can read it. Everyone knows what's going on. Like Corey said, you're only one person. You can only focus on so much. But if you give the newsletter responsibility to someone else in your business, and then they know when the events are happening or when we put out a survey or when we need a call to action or whatever we need from our membership, they'll know. And advertising in the premium visitor center spotlight as well. If you've been in our visitor center, you know that we have posters and flyers and brochures all over the website, all over the visitor center. Those are paid sponsorships to be able to post their information there. And I promise you, I walk through that visitor center often. People are looking at those posters. People are looking at those brochures. Some of them, they're quarterly payments, quarterly sections of sponsorship, and some of them never turn over. They just hold their spot year after year because they know it's such good advertising. More visibility through membership, our online directory. We've had last year over 9.8 million listing displays. Our chamber convener, like we said, it's over 7,300 subscribers. Our actual spotlights that we host on our website as well, 37,000 online impressions and almost 400,000 featured member impressions. Our website gets almost 500,000 page views every year. So we're pretty proud of our website and all the opportunity it allows our membership to showcase themselves. Next slide, please. Thank you. Credibility. There's a study, a Shapiro study, that we got this information from. Chamber membership is an effective business strategy. Consumers believe chambers members use good practice. They're reputable, they care about their customers, and most importantly right now, they're involved in their community. Our community is a tight-knit group. We support each other, the business community as well as the greater Asheville community at large. So chamber members have a higher level of consumer favorability, consumer awareness, reputation, and it helps with the likelihood of consumers that will patronize your business as well. Next slide. Thank you. We have another member benefit, savings programs. We have several chamber savings programs. For those of you who are new members who've recently gotten a new member packet, you will notice in there there's workers' comp insurance discounts. This is through First Benefits, an insurance company. The only insurance they write is workers' comp benefits. They're designed to compete with the best Western North Carolina policy on the market. Our members find year after year that the rates are better in Western North Carolina through First Benefits than most that they can find around. Also for office supplies, as Jackie said, We have a new partnership with Capstone Alliance that, again, you got in your new member packet. Also, there was a sheet emailed out to you. We get specific discounts on office supplies. And I know offices, all businesses use paper and pencil and sticky notes and staplers and paper clips. You all get a purchasing discount. They buy in bulk. The more they have, the better discount we get. So make sure you check that out through the Capstone Health Alliance. We also have what we call Chamber Workforce Benefits. This is a portfolio, if you will, of carefully curated employee health and wellness benefits. We offer a preferred pricing just to our members. These benefits include a direct primary care membership. If you're not familiar with direct primary care, it's a $60 per month per person, and you and all of your employees can have 24/7 access to a local primary care doctor with no copays. Also available in this Chamber Workforce Benefits, we have Humana Dental and some vision plans exclusive to our chamber. Another benefit is a YMCA membership with a discount, the most discounted YMCA membership in Western North Carolina. And it also has a script cycle drug card. If some of you may have heard of a GoodRx drug card, we use a script cycle that's a local company here as well, with better discounts than the GoodRx. Also, this portfolio hosts a complimentary HR software for easy onboarding and payroll deduction management. So if you need any help with HR management in your company, if it's a small company that just big enough to have some outsourcing but not a huge outsourcer, maybe this would help you as well. So these are our chamber workforce benefits. Next slide. We also listen to our membership, and health insurance is a big deal. It's very expensive. I'm not telling y'all anything you don't know. We are hosting a health alliance, health insurance for businesses with 20 to 100 eligible employees. It is an Aetna design plan that uses Mission Health partners. This helps us have lower premiums and expenses. Businesses will receive an additional $168 discount per employee per year. Some of these plans are partially self-insured, and businesses can receive money back depending on claims. They're accepted throughout all of the United States. The money received back, some businesses have seen as much as 40%. And we at the Chamber use this plan, and we love it. It's an average of about 25% less expensive than most HCA plans that are out there. So if you're interested in that, we would love to chat with you about that. Next slide, please. And then we'll talk about the visitor center and things that are going on there. Again, more than 200,000 visitors to local businesses each year. We bring them through the visitor center. That's a photo. If you haven't been in our visitor center, please come in. It's a beautiful building. It's a beautiful place to showcase many wares. You see the kayak there. That's a sponsorship. There are all kinds of opportunities for you in there. Next slide, please. We also, that is our Director of Finance, VP of Finance, Leighton Hauer. You can tell he looks like a tourist. I think he looks like a tourist in that one. Those are some of our wares that we sell in our Asheville shop. We get comments, not as often as we used to because we've really ramped up our visibility, but we have several products in our shop, 155 to be exact, local artists and merchants show their wares and sell their wares in our Asheville shop. You can see there's Poppy Popcorn, there's French Broad Chocolates, there's everything from t-shirts and hats and stuffed animals, pottery, jewelry, all kinds of things, art, handmade note cards. That's one of my favorites, is that little handmade note cards. And we sell those, we turn product over in that gift shop more than you would think. It's a highly marketed, highly sought after shop for visitors as well as locals who want to buy gifts to give to out-of-town family and friends. We will also, if you are having, I don't know if anyone's having anytime soon, but if you're having a seminar or bringing a group in, we will create a basket for you or a bag or however you want to do it to leave it in the room, or a swag bag, if you will, or to have on the chair at the seminar or the conference. We will pick the items for you. You may come in and pick the items, but it'll be a one-stop shop. We'll put them all together for you. We at a large hotel here, we did several hundred boxes for a group, and it was a big hit. They were all super impressed and loved it. So if you ever need any kind of amenities like that, don't forget the Asheville shop at the Visitor Center. Events and education that we produce for our membership. We have several events every year. We have several events every year. We also have educational opportunities. Next slide, please. Some of the member benefits, the connections. We make connections all day, every day. We make connections all the time. We have access to over 1,700 members. That's 1,700 businesses, not necessarily 1,700 people. That's a lot of people out there. So we want to make sure that you all know as members, we can connect the business community with you. We have virtual opportunities at this point, but we'll be glad to make the connection for you. You submit your information, your announcements to our Business Buzz. We'll be glad to post that in our Business Buzz and on our website. We also have plenty of volunteer opportunities. Plenty of volunteer opportunities. If you want to volunteer, please let us know in the membership department. We would love to have you. We have a great time when we do it. We make great relationships out of that. Sometimes the best relationships are made during the volunteer opportunities. Make sure you let us know. We also host a Young Professionals of Asheville group. This is a group of 21 to 40-year-olds that do 3 events a month. They do a social, a service, and a professional development. If you're interested in that, we'll be glad to give you more information about that as well. Next slide, please. Some learning resources, some things that you can use. Again, our weekly chamber convener, all the things that are happening. We put as much information as we can without completely overwhelming you weekly in our newsletter. We have what's called the SMART series. Once a month, we bring in a presenter to speak on topics that our membership has told us they are interested in. Marketing a small business, social media, cybersecurity, interpersonal communication, HR tips, anything that we can do for you as a business to make sure you're getting. This is part of your membership. These are at no cost to you, so you can come and have an educational opportunity there. And then do follow us on social media. We do put a lot of things out, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We do have a lot of options there as well. So we have some upcoming virtual programs. You can see our Zoom slide there. That's the greatest one. That's hilarious. We all do our Zoom meetings all the time. We're all on the Zoom. On July the 30th, there is a seminar, another webinar. This is the second part of the financial and legal strategies in the new normal. I encourage you to listen to this. This was Alan Stahl and Kilborn, Derek Allen and Mr. Kilborn, I'm blanking on his first name, did a great job of just some things that you may not think about. It's those unintended consequences that get us. We don't know what we don't know, so it's nice to hear from some professionals and some experts on what we may have missed. And then on August 6th, Business After Hours. Again, these are all virtual. 13th of August is the Woman Up Workshop. Business Before Hours on the 18th. And then as Corey was saying, our elected officials reception, that will be on August the 20th. And then we'll have another Business After Hours on September 3rd. You can register in advance for these virtual programs. We will do our best to get you connected, make sure you get all the information you need, and make sure you give us the information that you want disseminated out there as well. So with that, Erin, if you'll open it up, yes, thank you for being a member. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for being a member. It's a really great place to be. I appreciate all of you. And I think we have plenty of time. I want to put you back into gallery view so I can see all of you. Now, I want you all to unmute yourselves. Well, no, I'm going to call on you because I want you to introduce yourselves, even if we're just going to do it through this Zoom. I just want to know who you are and what your job is. And maybe someone said, oh, I heard somebody from MB Haynes. If you didn't get their name, we're going to send out a list of who was here with their contact information, or you are welcome to contact me as well. I'll be glad to put you out there. So Jackie, you've already said who you were and what you do, and then I'm going to jump over, speaking of Travis Hyatt.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Travis Hyatt with MB Haynes, specifically Haynes Heating and Cooling. So we are all things building and building related and maintenance and wherever you got it. The big thing now for us right now is air quality. I think that's on everybody's mind. So let us be a resource for you. We're answering questions all day, every day. There are a lot of options. Just because there's a really expensive option doesn't mean that's the best one for you. So we'll help guide you and answer any questions we can.
Great. Thank you so much, Travis. Next I can see is Mr. Klenar. Am I saying that right? Klenar?
Kleiner.
Kleiner. Oh.
Kleiner.
Just like
My first name's Lou. I just have L there. So I'm in sales and marketing for Neo Corporation.
Welcome. You're a new member. Yes.
Yeah. We're over in Canton. We do asbestos abatement, mold and lead containments, spill containments, demolition, industrial cleaning, things of that nature.
Nice. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you.
Robert Sponder. Can you hear me? Robert Sponder? He's not listening to us. He's talking. Okay, Miss Bancroft. Fletcher Bancroft.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm Fletcher Bancroft. I'm the site administrator for Percepta, which is a call center, a 24/7, 365 call center located on Hendersonville Road where the old Sitel used to be. Some of you may remember Sitel. So we take care of Verizon clients for Verizon Connect, for Mercedes-Benz concierge services, also for Verizon Connect Reveal for their truck fleet services. And we've just acquired a new contract with Jaguar Land Rover. So we will be their site in the United States for customer service, support, and case management for Jaguar Land Rover. And we're in the process of very aggressively hiring for that.
Okay, great. I was just going to say that. I'm sure you're probably hiring at this point. Great. Thank you. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Yes. Jared Perkins.
Tim Jackson.
Hey.
Hi there. I'm Jared Perkins. I'm the branch manager of the First Bank in downtown Asheville. And I've been here for 12 years, and I'm also a chamber ambassador / advocate. So I've worked with a lot of these wonderful people that I see on this screen here. So anything I can do for any newer small businesses that just maybe have questions about getting started, about lending accounts, whatever. Just happy to sit down and talk. And I'd love to say, hey, we'll go out to lunch and talk, but later. Okay.
No, thank you. Great. Thanks for being here, Jared. Hi, Hillary. I'm going to say it. Notoriani.
Yes, that's right. Good afternoon.
Hi.
My name is Hillary Notoriani, and I'm representing DLP Real Estate Capital, more specifically DLP Capital Partners. We do have an office in the area. I am currently in Bethlehem, but I have the pleasure of planning events. So I was recently in Asheville in June, had a wonderful time and connected with some great people. So we're just here to promote our business and then also foster connections in the area. So
Great.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
Great. Thank you for being here. Jen Stevens, I can't see your face and I can tell you're muted. Can you hear me? And if you can, I see the mute off. Can you tell us, Jen?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Jen. I'm with Carolina Closets. We do custom storage solutions for mainly residential properties, new construction or existing. So I'm also a member of the Asheville Home Builders Association. We do have a showroom in Fletcher. So anything I can do for anyone. We don't just do closets, we do pantries, garages, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Jen, all I can think of when you say closets is the family on Modern Family, the dad, daughter, hilarious closet business.
Closets, closets, closets.
Get that often, I'm sure.
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you. Thank you.
Lisa Bernesser.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Lisa Bernesser. I own Unlock Your Inner Potential Coaching, where I help women over 40 redesign their lives. I have different coaching packages. I coach virtually, even during COVID or not. I moved here about a year ago from Knoxville, Tennessee, and was involved in the businesses there. And so I'm really excited to be here, and thank you.
Great. Thanks for being here. Mr. Theo Pritchett, how are you?
Doing great. I'm Theo Pritchett. I'm an old-time Chamber of Commerce member. Formerly, I've been on the Chamber of Directors for maybe about, I think I served 2 terms back in the good old days. And I noticed that most of the people who are on the Chamber now somewhere. I'm one of the old timers. That was about maybe 25 years ago.
Wow, that was a long time ago. What brings you back?
4 grandkids. My son's here. My company is the Pritchett Agency. Of course, I'm Theo Pritchett, so it's pretty obvious the connection. We've a financial services business. We're located in 12 Regent Park. We'll have a grand reopening that we look forward to participating with you. We expanded our company now to basically acquire another building because of our growth. The business base has grown, I guess, over the past decade. And my son, who basically has headed up and built the business here, I've come on. I'm a Auburn University grad. University.
War Eagle, man.
Yeah.
I got War Eagle.
Thank you, War Eagle people. Well, I will show you my Auburn mask. I've got one that I wear. I get War Eagles, but I'm an engineer by training. In my seat, MB Haynes. Just want to say hey to you all, Travis. I remember when MB Haynes first was started. I worked at Travis. You ever heard of a company called American Inca?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. I was the environmental manager there for a number of years with Proshant Akat and John Ray. Were all there. Some of the old guys who were. Anyway, I remember when y'all were initially starting Neo Corporation. I remember when I think your founder and I used to work together. When I was with the Chamber before, I owned an engineering construction company here, and we were kind of competitors with Neo, and then eventually being collaborators. Anyway, we're glad to be back here. I've moved back from another life. I have a master's in engineering. Now I've retired from working for somebody else, and now running my own company with my son. He's an Inca High School graduate. We grew up in the area. We love our city, and really grateful to for what you all have done, what we've done with our chamber. Because like I said, I remember from way back to where it is now. Now we're #1, where we rightfully should be, because this is a great village that we're proud to be a part of, and look forward to just getting involved and really helping our community to continue with the growth that it's doing right now.
Great. Theo, I'm going to put you on my speaker docket. That was good. You're good.
I'm like everybody else. I love our city. My wife actually is deceased, but we grew up here, and showing how endeared we are to the city. Forget the pastor's name, but her funeral was so large that we had to use First Baptist Church downtown because that was the only place that could hold the people, and no one even blinked. And that's where we had the wake there, and I think it's called Tridestone Baptist is where we actually ended up having the funeral. So we're old Asheville back to not new Asheville, but to Asheville, because it's a great community that we have, and we couldn't be in a better place. And I look forward to jumping back in to help us to continue to be what we are.
Great. Thank you. We'll call on you. Charlotte Fitzpatrick. Charlotte is with Prime Lending. I'm going to let you talk, Charlotte, but I want to say she's one of our table sponsors. If we were live, she would be hosting a table with things and information about Prime Lending. So I'm going to give you a little moment to shout out too. Please, Charlotte.
Thank you, Amy J. Yes, so hi everybody and welcome to the chamber or back to the chamber, and some of you are longtime members that I see at events all the time, so it's good to see you here too. As Amy mentioned, I'm a tabletop sponsor, so here's some little prime lending tchotchkes I can give you. So I did have some information that she sent to you. Prime Lending is a local lender. We are national, but the local office here in Asheville, we do all kinds of refinance loans and purchase loans. We just reduced our rates on purchases, which is kind of crazy because they were low anyway. And we do all kinds of refinances. One of the things we specialize in is renovation refinances. So if you've been stuck in your house lately, like some of us have, and you're going crazy and wish your kitchen was bigger, or you need another pantry, or you got to add a room, or I need to finish that office, we can help you refinance. Like I said, the rates are great right now, and you can roll in the cost of that renovation along with that loan. So you don't have to already have the money set aside or saved or already in equity. We lend based on the future value of all that cool stuff you're going to do to your house. So that's something that we do more than any other lender in the country, and I've got a lot of experience with that, which makes a difference, because another lender who might be doing it for the first time, it would not be a very good experience. So that's me, and that's what I do. I am also on the volunteer committee that Amy mentioned before. It's called TRC, Total Resource Campaign. So if you're interested in sponsoring events like this, or finding out how you can get more involved, like Amy said, we like to come sit with you and talk about what, and I really would, I'd wear a mask, we'd stay apart. Sit and talk about, you know, what are your goals? Who do you want to meet? Where do you need exposure? And what events do the chamber have that might meet those needs and get you in front of the people that you need to be in front of? So I'm a contact for that as well. She did send out my contact information, and you can get me at those phone numbers for anything you need, but it's myloanlady.com. That's L-O-A-N, not L-O-N-E, myloanlady.com.
Great.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Charlotte. Jason Moore, nice to see you here.
Thanks. Yeah, great show so far. Thanks, everybody. So my name is Jason. I'm the founder and CEO of Elite HRV, which is a digital health and wellness company where we help people be better every day by tracking and improving things about their health and wellness. Yeah, I'm excited to be here too. I was a recent graduate of Venture Asheville, which is a program by the Chamber, and I recently joined the Chamber board to just see if I can, well, one, learn some stuff because I'm always into that, but two, hopefully share some perspective of what like an internet tech company is like, and things like that in Nashville. So we've got about 5 people located in Nashville, but we're a 15-person team, and we were distributed all over the place before headquartering in Asheville. Mm-hmm. And so kind of growing our presence here, and yeah, excited to be here.
Good, thank you. We're excited to have you here. Chris Angel.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm Chris Angel. I'm with the Business Development Director at Mountain Credit Union. We are a local community credit union. We started in downtown Asheville in 1963. We now have 8 branches across Western North Carolina and serve 10 counties. Anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in any of those 10 counties can be a member of the credit union. We are a good financial resource. We have all the bells and whistles, accounts, loans, things like that, but we try to be a little bit different as we also offer a financial wellness program, both to our members and to the community. So if you're an employer and you want to add a financial wellness piece to your existing employee wellness program, we can add that. You know, everybody talks about going to the gym, eat right, stop smoking, things like that. Well, we believe that financial stress can be a major, detractor to work production. So we can help people relieve their financial stress either virtually or in person, group settings, one-on-one, whatever it takes. And we can do any age from preschool all the way up to adults. So we have, right now we have 11 financial counselors that are trained and on staff that can help people with the one-on-one appointments. But I go out in the community and do group presentations. So anybody that needs anything like that for your employees, let me know.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks so much, Chris. Stephen Blaine.
Hey, everybody. Good to see everyone again. I'm Steve Blaine with Transworld Business Advisors, and we're pretty new to the Chamber. Jessica signed us up, I think, a day before everything got shut down back in March, so that was good timing. But anyhow, so what we're a business brokerage firm. We are 250 offices strong around the world, and we opened our Asheville office about a year ago. And there's really three things that we do: is business brokerage, where we bring buyers and sellers of businesses together. We also do franchise development. We help people turn their business into a franchise and place those franchise locations around the world. And we also do franchise consulting, where we have certain types of buyers that own their own franchise and look for a developed way of doing business. And it's really nice to meet all of you folks. And I look forward to being a very active participant in the Chamber events moving forwards.
Great. We're excited to have you. Hi, Meredith. Meredith Morse.
Hey, guys.
You get muted. Okay.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Hey guys, I'm Meredith Morse. I'm the Director of Sales at the new Home to Suites Asheville Biltmore Village. So we're located right behind Ichiban, right next to the village. So if you have any family traveling to town or need a place to host a small business meeting, give me a call and we can make that happen for you.
Awesome. So glad you're here. Thank you. Dylan Bess, you're up. Can you hear us? So, Dylan, can you hear me? I can't hear you. You can hear me? Okay. I'm going to keep going. You work on it. And if you get it, you say, hey, Amy, I can talk now. Got it. I'm going to pick on Ann Smith next. Hello, Ann.
Hi there. Nice to see everybody. I'll wave with you with my little pen here that I happen to have. I'm Ann Smith. My husband and I just are opening a local business, College Hunks Hauling Junk and College Hunks Moving. And this is our opening week. Yay! We've had all kinds of chaos happening, but it's exciting at the same time. So I'm glad to be here. We're new members to the Chamber and have really had a lot of success in helping you guys set us up with contacts and banking and insurance. So I'm very grateful, and it's nice to see all of you guys. I did want to say, has anybody been collecting anything during these COVID times, reorganizing, getting rid of junk, anything like that? We can help you guys with that. We can remove it, we can take it and donate it, and we do the moving. So anything we can do for you, we will be happy to help.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, Ann. Thanks. Hi, Nicole. Nicole Will, how are you?
Hey y'all, I'm Nicole with Asheville Wellness Tours. We serve up a menu of meaningful private group experiences like yoga hikes and tarot readings and sound journeys and forest bathing and massage, and the list is very long, but they all have to do with wellness and connection. And right now we're also offering a curated collection of virtual experiences specifically for corporate teams that are looking for unique ways to connect, and excited to be here and see all of you.
My family is yelling at me. Any else of you like that? Children, who knew?
It's usually my dog yelling at the UPS guy.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that too. Got it. Jen LeConte. Did I say that right? Jen LeConte?
Hi, almost. It's LoConte.
LoConte. Excuse me. LoConte.
That's okay. I get all sorts of pronunciations.
I bet you do, girl. I bet you do.
So I am the PR and communications manager for DLP Real Estate Capital. Hillary was just on a few minutes ago, so she is our event coordinator. And DLP Real Estate Capital is we're a real estate-based company. We offer solutions and services in all things real estate related. So we have several companies underneath that parent brand. One is our Capital Partners company that Hillary did mention, and that's our investment arm.
Okay.
We have lots and lots of investors. Our lending is another one of our companies, and that's where we offer capital for our larger scaled home flippers.
Mm-hmm.
We have a realty, and we have a property management company. So we basically buy workforce housing, what we call workforce housing, multifamily apartment communities, many of which are in the southwestern part of the country, southeastern. They're really kind of spread all over. And then we own and operate those communities. So this is, we just recently became members with you guys, and we recently opened an office in Asheville. So far, I believe we've had 2 investor events, and we're looking forward to having many more and being a part of the chamber.
Awesome. We're looking forward to having you around too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, Dylan, I'm gonna give it another shot. Any luck?
Can you hear me?
Oh, you did it. Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. This is my first chamber event, so I'm glad to be here. And I'm originally from Burnsville, North Carolina, just outside of Asheville. And my wife and I have lived away from the area for almost a decade, and now we're back home in Asheville. And I work with Elk Mountain Wealth Partners in the Woodfin area, and we help a handful of institutions and families manage, grow, and transition and protect their assets. So glad to be here, and it's been very informative. So thank you.
Good. We're glad you're here. Welcome. Thank you. All right. Last but not least, Robert Sponder, can you hear us again? It's your turn. I don't think you can hear me. Robert Sponder, can you hear me? He's looking at me, but he can't hear me. Okay. All right. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Again, we will send a list of all of you out to all of you so that you'll have each other's contacts. But I like to put a name with a face. It really makes a difference for me. So I want to make sure all of you. Jason. You didn't have your face on. Jason, who are you and what do you do?
Can you hear me?
Let's hear
Can I
it.
get a head nod? All right, we got some head nods.
Let's hear it.
Hey everybody, I'm Jason Sharp. I'm a new member as well. I own Cantina Louie. It's a Mexican restaurant in South Asheville. So if you haven't been there, it looks like I'm getting some thumbs up. That's good. If you have thumbs down, I'll let you talk to my GM. Really excited to be part of this group. I like a lot of people here. Grew up in North Carolina. Spent about 7 years away in Denver, Colorado with my wife. And when we had our firstborn, we moved back to Asheville. So really excited to be here. If you haven't been down to the restaurant yet, please join us. We've got some patio dining. We've got some dining room stuff, and then we've got takeout and delivery as well. So we've got something.
Where are you located? Where is it?
The name of our restaurant, while Mexican, is Dia de los Muertos. For those who don't know what that is, it's Day of the Dead, which sounds terribly morbid. But for anybody who knows what Los Muertos is a celebration of life. So lots of bright colors. We had a painter who came in for an entire week and painted the entire place. The entire place looks like an art gallery. So lots of bright colors, fun colors, organic house-made margaritas. If you like tequila, we've got plenty of that too. So there's something for everybody, very kid-friendly. Lots of great happy hour deals, 50% off appetizers every day of the week from 2 to 6.
Okay,
Nice
so
meeting you.
let's just, Jason, thank you for speaking up. And I suggest that we all just pack up and meet at Cantina Louie in like 30. Sounds delicious. I'll have an organic margarita.
Hey, Amy, have Jason.
So thank you, Jason. Thanks for speaking up.
Have Jason tell us where Cantina Louie is.
Jason, tell us where Cantina Louie is. Jason, tell us. I'll tell you, maybe you can't hear. Steve and Blaine. Cantina Louie is in Gerber Village, down south.
Great, thank you.
Yes, okay. You're all awesome. I can't wait to put your face in front of my face. I'm a person. It's gonna be great. Thank you for participating. We'll see each other soon. Let's support each other. Thank you, Kit. Thank you, Clark. Thank you, Corey. All of you. If you need anything, let us know. Have a great afternoon.
You're the best, Amy Jackson.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.